Hi there. I'm back. And so is Stacy. So if you're already caught up on this, then you know what we're about to do. If not, oh boy. You're in for a fun one. I'm so glad to be able to be here and look into this with you guys, but I really want to show you some things, of course, like always. So let me just fix my stuff real quick. Thank you for those who joined me. Ooh, girl. I really appreciate it. I gotta plug it in, of course. Of course! I have everything else ready. Always, you guys. Always. Always. That's okay, though. Happy little accidents. If it, oh my gosh, if it were to go, I would just be like, come on. Wouldn't that just be my luck? Like, that's per usual. Okay, stop messing around. Get to it. We're going to look at more zombie preparedness. Yay! Because something's happening. Something's happening here. And what it is quite actually clear. And for the lulz. But listen, seriously, okay? Listen. There was another incident that happened apparently in Florida. And it's another one of those ones that have toxins in the air. Please hit the like. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being so kind to one another. So yes, toxins in the air. Okay, this is in Florida. And we just had this whole train ordeal in Ohio. And yes, not as many people are talking about that. Yes, that's a huge problem. And let me tell you why. Because I don't know about you guys, but I am a little nosy Nancy. So I looked into it a whole lot. And what I discovered was there is a video that is out that shows this, train on fire, like a good distance before the entire thing. Please share, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot. We're talking about zombies because this came out in 2011. As I stated, those of you who have been through this with us before, you'll know Stacy and the boyfriend. Because this was an ad campaign that worked so well that they did a lot with this. We'll get into that. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're all well. I have this flu that never ends. It goes on and on my friends. And, it's just not fun. And it's weird because I haven't been like sick like this ever in my whole life. To where it's like one day, like I said, it'll be like one thing, like my sore throat, and then the next day it's like a burning headache, and I think my brain feels too big for my head. I know, again, that sounds like a weird thing to say, and I'm sure I'm not the only one going through it. I was actually wearing these crystals for protection, you guys. It's like to me this is like my, what is it called, tinfoil hat, okay? Except for we are protecting ourselves with nothing but good energy and good vibrations. But let's move along. So this is an ad campaign 2011, mind you, 2011. And the CDC came out with a bunch of ways to talk to the public about zombie preparedness. If you recall, there was, hey, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for being here. That's so sweet. I'm definitely trying to take it easy while still doing this and making videos, because I feel like this information is pertinent and like not as many people will talk about it. So, but we're here we are. Sorry, some ASMR while I pick my hair off the mic. Okay, but there was a lot of stuff going on in 2011. This is when circumstances were happening in the public where this certain thing was, it was a certain how do you put it, thing that people would take that they're not supposed to take, right? And it would cause them to gnaw on people. That was one of them. But look at this. CDC offers zombie preparedness tips, okay? In case Nostradamus was right. March 4th, 2021. 2021. So they started their preparedness campaign in 2011. And I'm going to show you this right here so that you yourself can go check this out, because we encourage doing your own research, looking into it, and the exploration of learning. It's so fun. But it says the CDC has a fun new way of teaching importance of emergency preparedness. Our new graphic novel, Preparedness 101 Zombie Pandemic, demonstrates the importance of being prepared in an entertaining way that all ages may enjoy. And we saw this with what? The Powerpuff Girls as well. Interesting, just like ways to make it fun for kids. And as stated, it did so well that they actually turned it into like this event, okay? It was kind of like a fire drill, kind of like they do sometimes with vehicles if there was a wreck, like how they show, I don't know why they do this, by the way. Why do they do this? Where they show wrecks to kids and like how you could get out. I guess it's how you could get out, but still, it seems a little strange. So anyways, it says, don't be a zombie, be prepared. When is this one? 2011, okay. And it's just curious because like this photo, right? Like these ad campaigns were everywhere. Do you guys remember seeing these? Do you remember the billboards? It was kind of like that one thing that they knew that didn't work out. See, there's the CDC thing right here. Okay. Look at this. 2012, okay? I totally forgot about this. How many of you remember the zombie walks? Okay. When people hear you're not in Kansas anymore, they think of the yellow brick road, ruby slippers, and a cute little dog named Toto. Blah, blah, blah. That's until a year ago when we started the Prepare for the Unexpected campaign. Prepare for the unexpected. Okay. So they started doing zombie walks. If you're prepared for zombies, then you're prepared for anything. They said, oh, that's the tagline? Huh. Oh. Crazy, right? Thank you guys seriously so much for being here. Wow. Okay. What makes zombies the perfect preparedness? When you walk up to a person and start talking about the undead and all kinds of preparedness ideas, most involving food, water, and life essentials. I think it's maybe because so that people aren't so dismissive when they hear it. That's probably what it is. Okay, I really wanted to do this part too. Let's read what the people think about this. Let's go back in time together. In 2012, because I was reading some of these like replies and I was like, yes. Get them. Go off. I love it. This is the early days of the internet when people were like still learning how to behave. Okay. Am I the only one who thinks this is a waste of tax money? Please explain to me how this scenario is useful. Well, Todd, I guess we will. Okay. Wow, what a great way to get people involved in talking about disaster preparedness. I'm impressed. Charlotte, you should be, because it worked. It worked tremendously. Leanne says, I actually think it's a great way to provoke interest in people who perhaps wouldn't normally think or care too much about preparedness. Zombies are very big at the moment, and it's certainly got one's attention. Bird flu may be likely. Yes, Leanne. We love it. Using your brain. Ivanka. Oh, boy. I think it worked. Yeah, because it wasn't serious. I think most people have watched horror movies and said, I would have da-da-da and have a plan formed. It's easier when there's nothing really happening to you. So it's brilliant that they all dressed up as zombies and chased the humans. Fun. A bunch of... Listen, I'm a theater kid too, okay? I was in drama club. I was like the lead in all the plays. No joke. Don't look it up. You can, but don't, because that I do look good though. Maybe do. Just forget it. One of them was Larceny and Old Lace, and man, I just remember. So, anyways, listen. People love dressing up. Some people are all for it. You guys know I'm dolled up for no reason right now, and I don't feel well. Okay, like some people just like doll up, and so these people apparently love that, and they just wanted to doll up and chase people as zombies. Okay, cool. Here's the thing. I believe in preparedness. Obviously, right? I would hope people know that by now, but that's what I believe in. And I just think it's curious to see these points of view of the people back then. What a unique way of getting people prepared for disasters. I like it. Okay. Next, one more. Let's do one or more. Wow, Todd was the first guy to write and the only one to disagree. Perhaps he thought people would like agree with him. So I guess that was a bad guess. That's what we call a bad take. Okay? Stop the cap. We also say that. Honestly, I feel really bad for anthropologists because when they have to come back to like 2000 to 2020, they're going to be like, what does this language mean? Why would someone say, stop the cap? Just as we thought certain lingo in the 50s is so adorable, so comical, right? Oh my goodness. I should have went to school for that. No, I'm kidding. I love what I went for. Anyways, let's look. See, this is 2021 again, okay? So we're jumping to like current times, okay? And we're still talking about it. So also, by the way, in 2010, 2011, like this is the time of The Walking Dead. This is when those were like the biggest thing. That's when Rick Grimes was in his heyday. He was just stepping on the freaking TV screen and everybody was like, oh my gosh, who is the sheriff, right? Who is he? Everybody wanted to know, who is Rick Grimes? And I just find it curious. It was so popular. It got real cool. You know what else is a really cool book? Zombie Survival Guide. Just saying. So, French philosopher and prophet Michael de Nostradamus reportedly predicted a zombie apocalypse for 2021. Oh, snap. But fear not. The Centers of For Centers of Disease Control and Prevention has your back with a set of zombie preparedness tips. And it's maintained for a full decade. So this is what I brought up too. They're updating it. Like, hold on. What? Just let it sit in for a second, right? Like, so, okay, if we had a plan and like that worked, right? Okay, and people were like comfortable with this. Kids were having fun. They're doing, zombies attacking at school. Like, how cute, right? Wow. And now we're here. In zombie video games. Also, when did that's another game, Left 4 Dead, EAD. That was one of the biggest games. Like, I played that game all the time. I know all kinds of zombies now, by the way. That's another thing I wanted to go over is like different types of how it could happen. Because guess what? Guess what one of the first ones is? Well, chemicals, and there's been these disasters lately, but let's just keep looking at this real quick. Wonder why zombies and zombie apocalypse and zombie preparedness continues to live, or walk dead on CDC website, asks the guide, which was developed in 2011 as a marketing gimmick. For what? As a marketing gimmick. As a marketing for the CDC. For the CDC, was they like, we need more attention? Nobody pays attention. They don't take us seriously. Genius, I guess. Like, come on. So as it turns out, it was tongue-in-cheek, you guys. It was tongue-in-cheek, as it always is, right? But it was effective. Everybody was like, wow, lol. Lol. How funny. Nostradamus, he believed a zombie invasion is nigh. Then it will be a great told you so moment for the CDC. Oh my gosh, isn't that what they want? A told you so moment. Been telling you so. Been telling you so. That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. Fauci will come out. Oh my God. And he'll be like, listen, I've been telling you for 2 decades, if not more. I mean, it's more, but you know what I'm saying. All the bigwigs, all the ones, with the money, with the fake numbers in their bank accounts. Girl, calm down. See, this is why I was like, I'm in a mood. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stream. We're going to talk about this. That's what happens. Now I'm going to start saying things, but listen, it's sus. It is sus. Few young people half dead to give a start. You guys know, I've looked into Nostradamus. There's a channel called Naughty Beaver. He's always connecting Nostradamus to what's going on. The 16th century astrologer wrote, adding, fathers and mothers, dead of infinite sorrows, women in mourning, the pestilent she-monster, the great one to be no more, all the world to end. To prepare for that situation, the CDC links to various zombie preparedness products, including a downloadable graphic novel, which is the one with Stacy, our girl Stacy, right? The novel that they use now for real zombie preparedness. Awesome. The bizarre page on the otherwise dead serious site was published May 2011 after the CDC's head of communications became concerned that the agency's reach was like not far at all. We were talking about hurricane season, which begins like 1st of June. So think about these hurricane seasons, They're thinking, how can we do this? How can we do preparedness and not blah, blah, blah. We're not going to talk about that because nope. So anyways, it's popular. People liked it. They were like, cool. That was one of the first things we got from the zombie crowd. What blank do you guys recommend? Oh my gosh. How amazing is that? God bless America. What do you recommend that we handle this with? And are we allowed to? You know what? The truth is probably not, because they're going to have rights. They're going to be like, listen, those are still people. They were once people. They look like people. You can't touch them. But it's biting on my dog. Like, what do we do? Hi, thanks for joining me. We're talking about zombies. Because, guys, the zombies, like, I don't know if you noticed, they're meant to come first, okay? Aliens, wait your turn. Calm down up there. You greedy sons of beasts. And Stop talking. Stop. Phone, you are so nosy. It's so rude. By the way, like, butt out of my conversation, I'm streaming. Rude. Jeez. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Hit the like. Yeah, I'm basically over here just ranting about zombies, so I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, that would be the first question. And if you do want to know how to protect yourself from a zombie, touch grass, okay? Once a week. Try it out. Go for a walk. Go to the gym. And this is not me like shaming nobody or like pressuring nobody. Not at all. Okay? It's all cool beans here. Live how you want to live is fine. But I'm just saying, like, this would help. You best believe one of the reasons why, like, I make sure to go to the gym still is so that I could run with the king in my arms. And I'm not even kidding. Like, dead A, everybody's like, what's your motivation for going to the gym? Besides my wicked six-pack, I mean, shoot. I'm a robot. We can't have six-packs. Or do I? No, but listen. It is so that I can run with the king in my arms and make sure that we can boogie. And you best believe that we have done preparedness, right? We have done. He's very aware of if something were to happen, what we do, right? He's very aware. Very aware. And that started real young. Like for me and the king, it was like 2 years old. Boom, wake up. Little baby bag gets on the floor. Get out. He's like crawling and stuff. And I'm like, faster, faster. And I'm like timing him and stuff. And he's like, wait. And I'm like, no, let's go. You need to hurry. I'm not even, I wish I was. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay. That's how prepared I've been for zombies. Okay. What would your solution be? Because honestly, this is the only time where I'm like, oh, hey, Magic Treehouse. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so good to see you. Aw. This is the only time that I regret having to like sell my Jeep, like, because I want to roll over some of them, like if we're allowed, if we could be like, they're coming right for us, like if that's the way we handle that, you know. I don't know. Why does it matter? Because things are happening in certain areas of the U.S. that are like this girl's face right here. sus. Like that's the face I want to make, right, to help you understand what's going on. What is up with these websites? Some of these are so weird. Like, stop with your pop-ups. Oh my gosh. What was that? Okay, let's get away from Todd's comment because he was clearly in a bad mood on May 24th, 2012. It's okay, Todd. I hope your life's better now. Okay, here's the comic. For those of you who were here for the last zombie stream, thank you. You're amazing. Please hit the like. For those of you that weren't, where were you? Okay? Where were you? Okay? This is important. You see me streaming midday. It's important. Okay? Well, first of all, hi. I hope you're feeling well. I hope all is well. I want to go over, like, real quick before we dive into this comic again real quick. And we are going to look into this comic for a good few minutes. I know that we made it through, like, maybe, like, the first, what was it, the first book, maybe? No, don't say that, gosh, don't say that I read it all already. Like, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Okay. The world has finally lifted their chins, right? For just a moment, because we all thought UFO for a hot second. And for a minute, everybody closed their mouth and stopped mouth breathing for just a moment. And it was indeed Ronald Reagan's speech about an alien threat uniting globally the people, right? Although we can argue that that's not what he meant, we can still say that it's pretty darn wild, right? And sometimes I really think it must be a simulation, because how could there be so much chaos? Like, I joked about the pandemic game, right? But I did a painting of the game board, and Jules and I the king and I ended up really playing on that game board. Like, we really used it to keep busy, and like, say one thing would be a chore just to keep you busy, so you don't go mad. But now it's like, that's really going to happen. Like, we really should have made a bingo card of aliens and da-da-da and zombies and da-da-da and like these trains, right? By the way, did you know the one in Ohio, like, as I stated in the video, was already caught aflame before it went off the rails? So they have specialists saying, oh, it's the rails, like they're not putting enough money into this, like da-da-da. And that could be true, but oh my goodness, why was it already lit up? Why was it already lit up? And why deny what's already in there? And the amount of money that they are giving to the people is not enough. It is not enough. It is literally enough to give every resident $1. $1. $1. At most 5. Like, oh, what? You just blew up a town. You can't do that. What? Oh man, that's not okay. That's not okay. Anyways, let's get to the types of zombies real quick, because I know that the king is going to be getting done soon. So, types of zombie outbreaks. Chemical is number 1. And now we're seeing, we're going to get there. Now we're seeing all these chemical issues in Florida, Ohio. Animals passing away. But then they're like, it's okay, go home. Like, they have genuine concerns about the water. And they should. They should. And the farmer girl that was on the news, and she's like, my chickens died. Like, I feel real bad, because I'm sure they do view them like family. And then she had to watch her chickens go blip. Like, one day they're there and everything's good, and then they just don't. They're just gone. They're just not chickening anymore, are they? It's crazy. Another, and the next would be a radiation one. And this is one that I kept talking to my nephew about, because he's the one that's like super big brain, and he's like in the military, and I'm always like, hey dude, what do you think about this nuclear da da da, like blah 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 blah? And he's the one that's always like, listen, da 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 da, right? So I was like, is this a real concern? Like, is this, tell me for real, dead A, like, is this a real concern? And he's like, not our top concern. And I'm like, no, for real though. Like, why? I keep getting radiation. Like, that's one that, like, I don't know why, but that one, it feels like, maybe it's the sun. I don't know. I don't know. The next would be a parasite outbreak, which, come on now. Yeah, fungus one. That's true. That's very interesting that you bring that up because of the weather, right? And because of us being such jerks to this earth and just destroying it and being reckless, disgusting human beings. It's all our fault always. This is happening. Apparently, fungus is like gone super style. The microbials, no joke. Like we looked into that as well. Not just here, but like on my TikTok, we looked into how fungus is lasting longer and illness is lasting longer, and people's immune systems are just shot essentially because they don't know what to do. And that is The Last of Us. I do have that, by the way. And a new Last of Us came out. And why do they keep tricking people into watching that in a weird way? Like whoever's putting that out, it's like they must have like this weird thing where they enjoy that people get shocked or like have some sort of I don't want to say outrage, but like have some reaction to their content, right? Like they do certain scenes we're going to be like, certain people would be like, oh, what's that? You know, just a thought, but it's fine. Whatever. I mean, that's probably one of the lesser crazy things that's going on right now. Okay, let's look at another. Medical malpractice, of course. Hospital zombies. Or animal zombies. And it's weird that I got animal zombies as well, because Jacob of Israel said something about a mink and like how maybe like something about that. Maybe about the zombie animals and a mink. I don't know. But it connects somehow. There's also a sleeping sickness, which we're going to go more in depth into those next time, because this is like wild. This is like voodoo lore, like really curious. And flesh eating sicknesses is another one. So what would cause a flesh eating sickness? Huh? Do we know? The answer is chemicals and stuff. Imagine, like, okay, just for a moment, just imagine with me, right? Like for a second, if the Powerpuff Girls were right and like somehow, some way nanobots were dropped like over a decade ago, and then for whatever reason our sky was still being covered and being treated like a screen, and like I don't know, objects might be being hidden up there. And also another like serious point that I wanted to make, like Dead A, this is gonna have to be its own stream as well. But does everything that's happened recently with these flying objects that everybody's just like willy-nilly getting now, they're like coming right for us. It reminds me of like Duck Hunt. They're like boo, boo, and the little dog's like burp, burp, and they're like, we can't find it, and the dog's like burp, burp, and they're like, dude, it's over there. Oh my god, I'm not even kidding. Thank you. Always take care of yourselves and your families first, but thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. Listen, how did they not find the parts of the last one? For real though, they're like, we got it down, we just don't know where. Okay, shut up, stop it, stupid. You don't need to know everything, you nerds. God, it's just some type of being, just some aware technological life form that we got down. Whatever, no big deal. How does it fly? It's got a symbol written on it, Steve. Never seen it before in my life. Some kind of new technology. I mean, how can we go from here? Like, what is the next industrial revolution? I keep thinking this. What is this? It would be for people to merge with technology or become zombies, either one. But we're pretty dang close, huh? What do you guys think, huh? I wish I was kidding. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Do let me know your thoughts. And there's a couple that I just don't see as likely. But those are definitely going to have their own streams, because there's so much to go into about that, and all kinds of stuff. We can discuss all kinds of things. All right, so let me double check if we already read through the whole thing. for those who didn't see it yet, this is the zombie preparedness comic that now is used and has been used for the last decade and has been updated accordingly. Because, yay, zombies. And don't forget, zombies before aliens. Because that's how it works. All right, so we know that the boy and the gal were chilling at home with the pup. And then she's all like, I gotta go. And he's like, fine, bye. And then something happens. I think we did go through this whole thing. Yep, and then Snowball the cat. So basically, for those who didn't see it yet, I'm going to, let's slow down a little bit. You see that it's definitely much like a comic. That's just like an animation, regardless, no matter what. It's always more geared towards children. I get that's part of the point, but consider that it attracts children more. It attracts their eyes more. And look at how they did the lighting and everything. Like, they're going to look at this and think, wow, like, it's a interesting use of color, right? The highlights and everything. And yeah, the different ways that it could come about, especially right now, it seems like there's a few that are not so far out of reach, right? That are not so far. Oh yeah, we got Stacy was okay. That's what we saw. Yes, say hello to one another. Be kind to one another. I love it. I love it. You guys are amazing. Do subscribe if you haven't already. No, don't worry. Don't ever worry about being a lurker. I do that too. Like, if you're just listening sometimes, no problem. Let me double check. There was something else to do with the zombies and survival and preparedness that I wanted to mention before we go on about all of it. Oh, was it Umbrella Corp? I don't know. Just consider that was a part of what I wanted to speak about too. Is like, if you don't know what Umbrella Corp is, look into that because that's going to play a part. Yeah, I think that we definitely went through the whole of the first one. We're looking at the second one real quick. And then I'll let you guys go soon because I don't ever want to keep you for too long. But I did want to just refresh the memory of some of us who have seen this already. And also bring it up to those who haven't seen it yet. Because a lot of things have been happening. And it is very curious. Oh, this is the point I wanted to make. Does what's happening recently give more credit to targeted individuals? That's going to be its own stream because that really blew my mind for a second. Like, I know that some people are going to be like, Daisy, hold your manners, okay? Sorry. For 2 seconds. Just don't. And just think of what could be possible. You never know. Does things flying around in our lower atmosphere, watching us, observing us, creeping on me while I'm changing in my room, freaking weirdos, it's gross. It's weird. But really though, does it give more credit to what they call targeted individuals? If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Like I said, I'll save it for the next stream. But let's wrap this one up with seeing how did this zombie situation come about. Oh goodness, would you look at that? It looks like it is something in a lab. Yes, indeed it does. It says, we're using the same type of for the seasonal flu. Are you telling me it came from the drip drop? Shut up. No. You guys, no way. If it really... Stop it. I didn't know this. See, I didn't look into the second one yet because I was waiting so we could look at it together. But now I'm like, wait. Oh, no, I think it is because of that. Oh, yeah, remember? Call the Americans. America. It's everybody in the South. They're the ones. They got the boomsticks. They're coming to help now. They only had enough food for about 2 or 3 days. And she's like, I want McDonald's, Steve. And he's like, Karen, we don't have McDonald's anymore. There's a zombie outbreak. And she's like, I need a Whopper Jr. What if I don't have my Whopper Jr.? And he's all like, girl, we should have gave up the fast food like a month ago. I promise you. And she's like, but I need some type of grease. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. people won't know how to behave. All right, let's save the rest of this for the next stream, and we'll actually like read more into it. And hopefully by then, more people will have seen this stream and they'll want to jump in on the zombie conversation, because it is truly one that we should be having, right? And I'm not one to be like, oh my goodness, we should be so concerned, we should be afraid. No way, no way. Get your best like gear on, get your best cosplay on, get your helmet on, and let's go, man. Get your bag, get your Rick Grimes gear, like whatever. Let's do this. I'm ready. I know you're ready. We've been ready. Like, this is my moment. As somebody who's been playing like Call of Duty and like Battlefront and all this and Battlefield since I was like, what? Even Mario when I was little. Come on now. I am prepared. I'm surprised they're not calling me up being like, hey girl, we see you're really good at Apex Legends. We would like to use your skills. See, this is why I don't stream early in the day. I got too much sass, okay? Be careful, stay safe, stay awake, stay aware. Thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. It really means a lot. I've got to go greet the king. So enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, though, okay? And for a moment, do try and decompress, because I know it's hard. Like, if you can, even give yourself a nice bath. Like, give yourself just those couple of minutes to be present in the moment and to be appreciative that you're not Stacy, okay? Because she can't get no McDonald's, neither can Karen. Hey there. Oh, thank you guys for joining me. You're so amazing. And now I'm leaving. That's